So with Blue Yuta releasing, I compiled a basically tier list with pretty much all the units you could maybe summon on, like the ones that are possible and the ones with technically the highest value, or units we don't have yet, like Naobito, because that value is basically non-existent. But let's check this out together. I compiled it, I would like to say pretty well, right? So I kind of separated it by like when they would release. So we could see here reruns before or during anniversary, and this is all because of Blue Yuta releasing for the first anniversary part. But essentially, something I do want to preface is both Global and JP have Yuta releasing a month before the actual anniversary units, right? Because on December 11th is pretty much when the actual anniversary units are pretty much guaranteed releasing, in my opinion, because the invite event's ending on the 11th, which happened for half ANNI too. So keep that in mind for sure. That, like, Yuta is pretty much what I would consider, even if it's official, I don't care. JP's the canon timeline, so this is a pre-anniversary unit in my eyes, and I would, you know, implore you to consider it that way. So the JJK Zero units are releasing before anniversary for reruns with SP. These are reruns during anniversary. Same thing with the Gojo, Yuji, and Sukuna reruns for 1.5 ANNI, right? Basically, reruns happen the half ANNI later. Then we got reruns that should be after anniversary. I'm not too sure what's happening with these 3 limiteds. We know Shoko is going to be after anniversary, maybe during, should be after, and Choso is going to be afterwards. Pre-anniversary releases, Toji, Yuta. Post-anniversary releases should be these 4. Maybe they sprinkle one in, but it doesn't change anything. And then, of course, we got ANNI with the ANNI units. We can't really rank them yet, but, you know, we'll do what we can. I'm sorry for the ads, but, you know, not really much to do. Maybe, hold on. There we go. Okay, so we have that. Oh, I think it's a bit on. Nah, I guess it's just the tier list. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. There we go. I got it to work. Okay, so we're going to rank these based on highest value. So these are the ones with highest value. I can't say any unit in this game is a must summon unless we have something like Domain Gojo again, right? If there's a unit that works for every single color in almost every single instance, then yes, there's going to be a must summon, and I think it's going to be them. But if not, it's only going to be the ones with the highest value, and you could pick between them which you need, right? Because I can't say every account's going to be different because it's a gacha. Now, I'm considering this mainly for free-to-play low spender, but there's also going to be amazing pay-to-win units. Now, when I say this, it means basically, if you're not pay-to-win, don't summon. But if you have extra cubes and you really want to, then sure, go ahead. And this is like, consider if you have extra cubes, right? Then we got good, great, but not needed. And I'm going to explain why while I talk about it. Then we got only if it's your favorite unit, and even then, probably don't. And then no, just don't. Just please don't, right? Just please don't, okay? So, yeah, that's basically it. Limiteds are these 6, the 3 in the middle here, Yuta, and that's it. The others are standard. So, here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with... wrong thing. We're going to start with JJK Zero. I just want to explain this very, very well because it's very important. These 3 units are all really good. Guys, this might be the highest value banner we've ever gotten. I'm not kidding. I don't want to see this. Triple limited units. Triple 0.5 or higher, right? Basically, essentially, like if you're new, right? Ghetto's basically SSS. And then Yuta and Miguel are SS, but I like to refer to it as tier 0 and tier 0.5 because I am a Pride Win shill. So yeah, this is like the highest valued banner you could ever get, because they're all 0.5%. Sure, it's lower than a 1 rate up, but in total, it's 1.5% to get it limited. And this is going to be for Global 2. We're going to be getting that on the 21st. So, and it's going to be for about 20 days. So it does seem like you're also getting 1 free pull per day. If you don't get them after the free pulls, I think these are very high value. This is a 3-in-1. I'm putting them all together. I would, like, technically, you would put these 2 down, but because it's a 3-in-1, I'm putting them in highest value. In my opinion, that makes perfect sense. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on those 3. So yeah, JJK Zero definitely has the highest value. Yuta heals 4 times now. Basically the key to 86. Going to be good with any red DPS, red Jujutsu DPS, of course, besides a curse unit like Jogo. Miguel is basically going to be a necessity, it seems, for 89, and Gato just works in everything. Like, he works on every blue 4 ever made for either Jujutsu or for debuffs, right? And sweep especially, right? So, you know, whichever one you get, you can't be mad because they all just got their SP buffs. and check the video out before that I made on Yuta or the overall kits, because they're all really, really good. Next up, we're going to be ranking the 1.5 ANNI units, or the 3/4 anniversary units for global. And unfortunately, in my opinion, Gojo is in the good, great, but not needed. Now that is a bit because of Choso, but I would like to go in game, just talk about this a bit. There are no Jujutsu floors for the new tower update. So if you're already like close to 80, right, then you just don't need it, right? If you're a new player, Gojo could be good, but he's not the highest value, because Choso is going to be on standard. And I think right now you might want to suffer just by like using other units and then getting Choso in the future, because guys, 80, which one was 82 was Taijutsu, 88 is Taijutsu. There's no green Jujutsu floor yet, and by the time you get to 90, if you're able to get to 90, my logic is that you're a pay to win and you already have Gojo. So for the rest, I just don't think it's worth it, right? There are Jujutsu floors before, but for the most part, before 70, you could clear these floors with green Yuji, and then after 70, right, you're probably gonna have Choso or Honored One already. That's my logic behind it. They're great, just not needed right now because the tower update did not have Jujutsu. Now Nanami though, Nanami, if you have extra cubes, Nanami is a really good pull. Like a really good pull, because you're gonna need this boy. Wrong one. You're gonna need this boy for 83. Like, he is a necessity, or else you won't beat it. You're not beating it. I'm just saying, like, you're not getting past it. This is my team that I'm trying to run, but I'm gonna change it up. But Nanami is needed for red. This is a red Taijutsu floor. This boy is quite annoying. And without Nanami, you're not buffing enough and not doing enough damage with him and not being consistent enough. This guy is really good, very good for consistency. So yeah, there is that. Same thing with Shoko. Pretty good unit, actually, very good. But you know, I'm fucking it up. I'm fucking it up. I just don't see her being that high value. Now let me explain why. She's good. She's good. Wait, no. What am I trying to do? She's good. For tower, she could work on a lot of floors. Not necessary for 83. Necessary for 88. For the other tower floors, she does make it a lot easier. She's not amazing for sweep though. So I feel like just like a new green unit would probably make it very easy. But I think overall she is quite good. But she's on the lower end of this kind of value list. In tower, she's amazing when she could be used, but it's not always. So that's my overall thoughts on that. So now for the reruns after anniversary, we don't know when, right? We don't know when. We don't know, maybe they are during anniversary, maybe. But we're going to rank them. So Choso, I would definitely highly consider if you have extra cubes. I do think that he is quite important. He is a necessity for 82. 82 is a pretty tough floor. Without Choso, I don't think you could beat it right now. Choso is going to be quite necessary for a lot of this game. Even in sweep, he's going to be very, very, very good. And sure, he's going to be on standard in the future, so that's why he's only here. I'm just going to take out the pay to win. Just amazing units in general. I don't know. I'm not really too enamored by like pulling Choso. But, you know, if you don't have him yet, after anniversary might be a good time to get him for sure. So now we're going to go to the reruns after ANNI. Choso, oh, yeah, no, sorry, I was already there, my bad, I confused myself. So, Sukuna, unfortunately, he's only a summon if he's your favorite unit. As we know, Blue Yuta is better by a long shot. A0 Yuta is definitely better than A5 Sukuna, because Yuta could self-sustain to where whenever we get a stat buffer, Yuta does not need a stat buffer, right? You're just not going to need it. Right now, as long as you have Inumaki, which he's going to be next on standard, right? So, like, you're kind of fine with that. As long as you have Inumaki, you could clear sweep 10 out of 10. I don't have Inumaki, so unfortunate. And then also, for tower, you don't need a blue stat buffer. You just don't. So, for now at least, I just think it's fine to not get Sukuna. I would even put him in no, but I know some people just like him. So, it's like, there is that. So, I'm going to let the bias sink in a bit for that. Domain Gojo is really good. I think you do need him for 86. I think you would, right? But it's very possible soon you won't, because we might get another DPS. Now, why is he only in... Oh, I'm fucking it up again. I just think that Domain Gojo's value has fallen off tremendously. He can only be... Like, Tower now is mono. You're locked to mono. And from 70 to 90, he only has value on red. Because off of red, you literally have your ult gauge lowered and then he's worthless, right? In sweep, you don't run him anywhere. Like, you could get 10 out of 10 with him, but you're a pay to win if you get him 10 out of 10. And if you could get a 10 out of 10 with Domain Gojo, it means you could do an easier clear with other units instead of Domain Gojo, right? So, in terms of sweep, sure, there's some value for normal sweep. So it's like, for new players, I do think Domain Gojo is one of those units that you would want. But if you're not a new player, I just don't see the value in Domain Gojo anymore. Not good for tower anymore, not good for sweep. Attack immunity could be breached in sweep. Which in some cases could be good because he gets ult gauge quicker if he's hit. But if you don't have your Gojo also duped out, he could die very easily. So I just think he's great, but not needed anymore. I think there's better units for you to get. He's just not really crazy in my personal opinion. Next up, we've got Zonji. Zonji's really good. I really like Zonji. He's an amazing unit. He's like a necessity for tower and sweep. This guy is a tier 0 DPS. I can't believe I ever thought of it otherwise. People, I've been hearing like murmurs of people saying Toji's similar to Zonji. They're not even on the same level. Especially with Kusakabe, Zonji has become like the second best DPS, I'd say. Let me just look at my tier list real quick. Oh fuck, wait, no, I got rid of it. No, not this. Is it this one? I think it's this one. So yeah, he seems like the second best DPS right now, if not third because of Honored One, but I would like to say second best. His ult is so crazy, right? With the Black Flash. The Black Flash is so crazy because it's 250%. So you don't even need a rec bit and you're multiplying this like crazy, right? Then the skill 3 is an ult for 2 turns. And you could basically combo, like after 1 turn, go back in your ult and combo back into the skill 3. And now with Kusakabe, you have that 100% uptime. And it allows for some really nice combos if you need, right? I think that Kusakabe's playstyle allows for a lot of interesting things to happen. And I am very happy about that. So I think Zonji is just so good. That break damage is so good. Everything is so good about it. So, yeah, Zonji is an amazing unit. And in tower, makes tower so easy for the floors he could work on. Right, 84, I think in my opinion, was by far the easiest floor if you have Zonji and Kusakabe together. So, you know, there is that. Then Shoko, amazing unit. Definitely needed for sweep if you want to get high 10 out of 10. If not, you know, you don't need to go crazy. But I think for tower is going to be needed. But thing is, also have to keep in mind, Shoko might be on standard soon, so I don't think she is a necessity. Actually, I'm gonna put here, and like, you know, these are like very good units, keep in mind, but it's mainly, in my opinion, the reason why she's there is because she should be on standard soon. If she doesn't go to standard, she's here, but if she goes to standard soon, she's here. So that's my opinion. Now, pre-ANNI releases, this is my thoughts. No. He's just not good. Zonji's way better. It's not even crazy. It's not even funny. Toji compared to Zonji, 10 out of 10. Right? Zonji's 10 out of 10 run compared to Toji. First of all, Toji cannot get 10 out of 10 right now. But Zonji can. You need A1, I'd say. I think you need A1. But that's not too bad, to be honest, for DPSs. Every DPS needs at least a dupe in them to 10 out of 10. So it's like, there is that. Zonji makes it super simple. Toji cannot. Then for tower, Zonji is way better. I just think that, like, if you're going to summon on Toji, then why not just wait and summon for Zonji, right? So at that point, like, Toji, in my opinion, just doesn't even deserve to be in the favorite unit category, in my opinion, at least. Toji just is so fucking annoyingly bad, right? He works in easy content, and easy content also includes, like, 73, right? He could work on 73. You know why? So can Yellow Nanami and Mekamaru, right? So it's like, you do not need Toji for anything. Whereas every unit above has at least some form of value, in my opinion. So there is that. Then we go to Yuta, highest value for sure. This guy basically makes it that you don't need a stat buffer, and I said that since day one. And because of Ghetto, this 195% damage increase for Yuta is so strong, and you have every multiplier with only 2 supports, right? Like, it's so good. If you only have Kamo and Gato, Yuta can make up for the stat buffs, right? So I love it so much. Yuta is a fucking amazing unit. He could also work on the floors, like he works on every single floor because he also does taijutsu damage. So it's like, he is so fucking good. the best sweep unit, the best tower unit, the best overall unit in the game. The last time I felt this, I mean, I guess Choso, but not really. Like, Choso was really good, but not gapping the game. It's just because he had really good value. But Yuta is just, like, too strong. I don't know how to explain it. But the last time, like, if we look in retrospect, the last time I guess was Domain Gojo. Just in, like, even on color, Domain Gojo was fucking fantastic. And before that, I don't know. I'm like, let's look. Before that, maybe it was Team Joe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, honestly. All I know is that this is like one of the first times I felt this, right? So it's like, he's really good. Now then, for the post-Annie releases, or maybe during Anniversary, no, I'm not even going to talk about him. He's just ass. Red Megumi, you need him to beat 86. Peak anime. And novel. But you need him to beat 86. You need him for sweep. So he has a lot of good value on any debuff floor. Like, his damage reduction is also very, very good. So I love that guy. Him for tower, also very good. Tower and sweep. Makes Zonji a beast. You know, since he's after Anniversary, it's possible we get a yellow unit during Anniversary, and maybe Kusakabe works very well with them. We don't know. We'll see. So there is that. And then Jogo is a favorite unit only unit. Because he is AoE, right? So if ever we get really good AoE floors, it's definitely going to work well. Yuta isn't as good as we thought, so Jogo at least could thrive a bit. Having a pretty strong AoE is nice, but his damage just isn't comparable to Yuta in my opinion. In my opinion, as of right now, because Yuta now heals Nobara a lot, I think the first DPS that I really like is the first red Jujutsu DPS is Yuta, then Nobara, then Jogo. They're all pretty close, but Yuta definitely takes the cake, especially with his healing. So keep that in mind. And this is basically the tier list. Anniversary units obviously are going to be in the highest value, and this is kind of my overall thoughts on the tier list. I would say that these have the highest value, all the JJK Zero units plus the Anniversary units. Then amazing units is Zonji, Red Megumi, and Kusakabe. Very, very good units. I don't see Zonji falling off really that quick. Then we got, you know, DHI units plus Choso. Then we got the Gojos plus Shoko. And then, you know, Sukuna and Jogo could be good, but not needed. And I hate Toji and Naobito, man. So, yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you're summoning for. I think your best option right now is just save for Anniversary. Also, granted, these JJK Zero units, the best way to approach it is wait to see what Anniversary is, wait to see the full kits, wait until probably November 30th, and then you can maybe splurge, right? If you still feel like it, I think you could splurge, right? Because, like, you know, these units are on the 21st. We're gonna have our first ANNI unit, but on the 29th, 30th, to 31st, we're gonna be getting the second ANNI unit, and then after that, right, once we get the second Anniversary unit, part 2, or I guess for global, part 3 because of Yuta, but after that, then you can maybe summon on Yuta and the JJK Zero rerun. But before that, no, I don't recommend it. But if you want extra pull, I clicked the ad. But, you know, still very high value, especially the rerun. I just think that rerun is so crazy. 3 units on 3, like, basically double the rate to get a good unit than a normal banner. So I think that's why I think it's really good. But because you're getting 40 free pulls on this banner, you might not need to summon. But this is my overall thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.